What's up, y'all? This is your hostess with the mostest. It's Bree, y'all. It's Bree. You know me. You know me. You subscribe. You click the bell button. You know, we in that thing, right? Guess what, you guys? I got a special episode for you today. You see my couch is full, right? You see the couch is full, right? I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. We are at the last show for season 2. Did you hear me? We are at the end of season 2, y'all. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited that y'all are here with me. And I'm so excited for today's show. And I'm going to tell you why right now. Ready? Okay. Y'all, this is my team.
Yeah.
This is my people right here. I am so excited to bring them to the forefront, to bring them, so that you guys can see who it is that brings you their future husband day in and day out, right? I don't do this alone. I can't do it alone. And so these are the people that help make it happen, right? You see me in front, but they're in the back making sure that everything comes together, right? So they are very integral to everything that we've done this season and everything that we're going to do in the future. And so kind of want to bring this on. This is going to be a fun show, y'all. We are going to talk about everything that happened this season, right? You're going to hear things that you weren't privy to because you guys weren't here, right? So you're going to hear some things, some secrets. We're going to share some laughs. And so just get your popcorn, get your blanket, cuddle up, get ready. This is going to be an exciting and a fun show, okay? So let's get into it. What's up, y'all?
Hey, what's going on?
How y'all doing?
I'm good.
Thank you for being here.
Indeed, like my Prince Hakeem voice.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yes!
I'm good.
Yes. I'm so happy that y'all are here. And like I said, I think, it's important for everybody to know not only how this goes and how we put everything together, but also to know, the people that help put it together, right?
Yeah.
And listen, we've had a season. Season 2 was a season, baby. We learned a lot, did we not, this season?
Yes. Yeah.
We know what we're going to do for season 3. What we're not going to do for season 3, ever again.
Who to invite, who not to invite.
Not who to invite. Listen, because I don't think people understand, it's a lot of moving parts to make this what it is every Thursday at 7 p.m., right? And so let me just go on down the line so I can tell people who you is. Okay, so I'm going to start here. Videographer, James. This is the guy behind the camera, y'all. All that clarity, all that Netflix resolution. That's your boy, right? And then we have Raymond here, DJ Red Boy. Okay. He is the one who keeps me sane. He's the one who helps me do what I need to do in front of the camera. I mean, there's a word for it, and I saw it on social media the other day, and now I forgot. But it's a word to describe people who need music to help soothe them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm
probably one of them people.
Well, you need it to soothe.
Yeah, so he's the one that helps me get my mind right before I get on camera. So he's very integral part of the team as well. Then we have Selena. This is the one who makes it all shake behind, gets these guys together, gets me together, collects me on a regular basis, and makes sure that the guests know where to go, where to park, what time to get there. She answers all the questions that need to be answered and allows me to rest in my creative juices. Okay, this is her. So without her, again, without all of them, this would not be what it is. So, thank y'all, from the bottom of my heart. Y'all know I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Oh,
yeah.
Of course.
We know you have your favorites.
There we go.
Look, you see how you did? Look. Hey, flip there. Okay.
I can't flip my hair.
Right. I was going to ask you, mic it through that. Mic yourself up through that. You try. So, y'all, season 2 was a doozy. Okay. Yeah. We learned a lot as a team. But we did an amazing job. So, pat yourselves on the back. Okay. Y'all did awesome. What would you say? What was your favorite show for season 2?
I don't necessarily have a favorite show per se, but I do have a favorite moment. 2 moments, I would say. First, of course, just being able to play the music for as people come in and watch them when they walk in for the first time, right? Because we kind of tell them what they're about to expect, but then when they walk in, you see their face like, oh, y'all serious. Y'all about it. This is really going to be good. And the music, they're vibing to the music, so it makes it more better. And then I can immediately see even those who might have walked in somewhat nervous, they immediately calm down like, oh, this is fun. It's like I'm at home. I got my music playing. I got my people here. Everybody's smiling. So that's one of my favorite points as far as show-wise. One of my memories of the show is it was Tiffany's episode. And she was talking, and I'm in the background just listening, and she's talking about all these people she's dated, and she's talking about these signs. And I remember being on the side because she's, I believe she's a Leo.
She's a Scorpio. She's what you are.
No, she's a Leo with you all. Or she might be, yes. No, she is a Taurus with me.
Taurus, yeah.
That's right. She is a Taurus like mine. And so she started going through all these astrological signs who should or should not be together. And I'm sitting there smiling. I'm listening to, as she started naming them off. And in the back of my mind, I said, I hope she don't say Leo.
What'd she say?
And she came off and said Leo. I was like, oh my God. Of course, I'm in the background. I was going to say, what? But I can't do that. I'm off camera at the time. Of course, because my wife, Selena, she's a Leo. So I was like, how does that work? But that was one of my funniest and favorite parts of this season, just sitting back and then listening to that piece and then being shocked that even came out. So it caught me off guard, but it was fun. Yeah.
Okay, so just to address that, because I'm not there when they walk in. I don't see, because I'm in it, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't get to see the faces. So I'm so glad that because I think you're right. Selena can explain to them, listen, there's going to be lights, camera, action.
Yeah.
Be ready. Yeah. It's a whole real set. She can explain that all day. But for people who have never seen it and don't really know, right? They think it's and no shade to anybody, but they think it's a light, a ring light. I'm assuming, right? Like it's to that level, right? Right. And that's what most people, right. And we're like, no, we got boom mics. We got, like it's a whole thing. So, wow, that you even mentioned the fact that you recognize like their faces, like, oh wait, this ain't no, this ain't no play,
Yeah.
And then that show that you're talking about, because Tiffany, you wasn't here that day. Tiffany said that Tauruses and Leos are a no-no. They don't mix, that's according to her. And so that when she dropped that Leo, and not, we got the same birthday, baby. So I was like,
okay, everybody's trying to say they all
okay, because and James is a Leo. You're surrounded by Leos.
Yeah,
I've been with a Taurus for 20 years. So I don't know what y'all talking about with the whole.
And that's what I said too, because I'm a Taurus and I'm around Leos, and I don't get it.
So you definitely a Leo.
Yeah,
you can take that bass out your voice.
Okay.
Because
let me see. Leo, Taurus, and y'all been together. What?
We make it work.
What you say? You make it work?
Yeah.
Elaborate.
No, I'm just saying we make it work. We haven't had any, any riff personalities, clash, but no, we good though. It's just
because both of the person, he's extremely protective, and when I say territorial, he's just territorial in a way of protecting. Like he's always in protection mode, and I'm like, it's okay. Nobody's coming for us.
People be like that when they love you, though. I mean, that's.
But he's just like that. He's very.
That's how all Tauruses are. Though.
Yeah, they're very protective, very territorial. Now, I don't really have a lot of Taurus women girlfriends. Like the one Taurus person that was a female that I was cool with, I had to put out my house.
Oh,
so
okay.
So that's gone.
Right. So, I tend to steer more towards men, like because they have strong personalities, and so he's very strong. He's very strong.
Bro, solid.
Yeah.
Right.
So I thought that was you were back there, and I could just see you out the corner of my eye. You're like, I thought that was hilarious.
He definitely perked up when she
did.
Yeah, that's when he woke up, right?
And also I would be remiss to fail to mention that everybody, and Selena, you can attest to this. Everybody comments on the vibe when they walk on, when they leave the set afterwards.
Absolutely.
Or even during, they're like, this vibe
Arrival.
is everything.
Yeah, especially if I'm not there, and I'm like, are you there? Did you make it? Did you get inside? Did someone come to the door? That's like the energy. They always comment on the energy. Even and so that to me is a testament of calming nerves, so people can actually just be present in the moment and do a good job.
Yeah, and it's very rare. I would think when you put a group of folks together on a project, sometimes you expect clashing personalities, but we all so chill anyway.
We just
we all just kind of relax. We
this
got
one right here,
single vibe anyway, so it matches up. Yeah.
Wait, I almost had your back. Never mind, get her. You were sure.
That's my sister though. Yeah. We locked in as soon as we met each other. We
She almost, baby. It's the shade for me. Right,
but can't nobody else come. You said what about who?
Yeah,
that's them signs. Like you said, the show. That's them signs. She a Leo. Sometimes Leos be beefing with Leos, but
it works out.
I get along with most Leos.
I do too.
I don't think I beef with Leos. Do you beef with Leos? Okay.
I mean, you're fine. We knew. I felt like we were cool from the very beginning.
Y'all birthday twins though, so that's already.
And I've never met anybody with the exact same birthday. And we've told our children if they don't work out, we still gonna be friends. It is what it is. So they just gotta figure out how they gonna get along.
Yeah.
Because we're not going nowhere. We're gonna be friends.
But other Leos, women,
I just think Leo, especially women, they're like natural leaders. And so sometimes it takes a minute to see their agenda. Like, are you leading from a space of serving? Or are you leading for attention? Mm-hmm. Like sometimes I just kind of sit back. I'm in this.
I like my Leo team. Both of y'all dope. Like, y'all both contribute a lot to what we're doing, and y'all have your own vibes, and it just works.
It works.
Like we just
we all
we come in and we have fun, and we always either picking with each other or empowering each other, lifting each other up. We just be having fun, and that's, to me, I think that's a value that I really like. Because sometimes when you're on set working with people, man, the energy be so awkward. I've been on sets where, the energy be off. And I never really subscribed to the whole sign thing, but, thinking about that, and maybe there's something to it, maybe it is. So, you got Leo, Taurus, and I'm a Leo. Yeah. And my closest circle, Leos and Taurus.
Yeah.
So
that's dope. And I think at the very foundation of all of that is that we are all working on a project that we believe in, right?
Yeah.
It's something that we absolutely believe in wholeheartedly. And I think because of that, like, everybody that is on this team gives from a place of support, like genuine support. You know what I'm saying? I think that's very, very hard to come by. And you've worked on, different projects with different people. I think all of us have on some capacity, and we all know that if you don't have that support, that team crumbles from the beginning.
Everybody has to have that mindset of wanting whatever project you're working on to be successful.
Yes.
And I think because we all want it to be so successful, we're going to do whatever it takes to make sure it happens. So that's why I think it all works, because we all got that same mentality. Like, we have a goal to reach, how we want to reach it, and we come together and make it work. So I think it's good. It's a good thing. Good deal. Really is.
Okay. Anybody else? James, Selena, what's y'all's favorite moment or show for the season?
I like the show when we had Benny on. And it's the same one that was Chris, the one who has the
lawyer? Two lawyers?
I like the lawyer cipher.
No, I'm talking about Passport
Benny.
Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Benny.
that's Benny.
Yeah, and then the one who had the inspection company.
Chris.
That was
he's
all
funny too.
Same day.
Yeah.
And so I think it's funny because I think James and I we be thinking some of the same things at the time, but he's good at having a straight face, right? At times when they saying crazy, when people saying crazy stuff, and I'm looking at him like, you heard that, but I can't say anything because I'm down here like keeping the time and making sure Bree doesn't have any wardrobe malfunctions and things like that. So, but I thought it was show after show after show. And then what's funny to me is even after the end of the show, people wanted to still hang around even after the show was over.
Yeah.
So people was having a good time. They just wanted to still be there, right? In that space. So I think that's a testament to what the team creates.
I like that show though. We were thinking the that show though. Like that was I like that brother's energy, and he incorporated God into what he was saying and doing. And I was just like, I like what you got going, bro.
And you needed to watch it in its entirety
to understand.
Because if you had to just take snippets and you could just be like, but if you watch it and you see where his perspective is, it's like, okay. It means because just to be open-minded around someone else's perspective. Because when you really talking about you going to go someplace else to find another wife, that's the sound bite right there.
Yeah, like, go to another country to find a wife.
But he had perspective around why. For his own mental needs. Like, so I thought those shows, because we filmed so much at one time, I thought every show was good that day.
Yeah.
Okay. What do y'all think? Is there any moments that were especially funny, whether it was on the show or not? Oh.
We got action too.
Yes. All of them are my favorite shows, okay?
So correct answer.
You know what I'm saying? So all of them are my favorite, but I think there was an element in every show that I can be like, okay, I like what this person said, or I like how this happened. Like when we had that little boy running up and down the thing. I think that brought a different element because that was like, okay, he was talking about how he was a single working dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was building this TikTok following up to 1 million viewers. And then here the baby come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think at one point I was like, sit down.
Right. And deep down, I was like, ooh. And I tried to play with him enough so I can hold him on my side. He wasn't getting that. And he did it for a while, and he ran and went back and focused. But then as it kind of went on, and you actually said that in the show, like this is reality. This is reality, right? We
gotta add them things in the thing.
So this is reality. You see it, and I was like, now how natural is that? Because that's how I think it's better when you connect with your audience, where they can actually just, instead of us talking and saying what our lives are like, they get to relate because you see it on camera.
Yeah,
this gentleman's doing what he's doing while being a single parent.
And he had to bring a shot.
How rough it was, even to him to have his own personal time, Yeah.
Because he was like, man, I ain't got no babysitter, bro.
Right.
So before he came on the show, he said that the day of, he was like, Bree, my babysitter just like bailed on me.
Which is real life.
Which is absolutely real life. Right. And so I'm sorry, can I bring my son? I said, don't apologize, bring him.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We got people there. We'll figure it out, And at first you could tell when we started, he was kind of embarrassed that the baby was going back and forth and like disrupting. And I said, no, you're good. Like, this is what it is, right? Like you said, this is real life, man. Like, we're not pretending that this is the life that we lead. Like, this is real, and kids are real, and they're going to do whatever it is that they feel like doing, period.
And the audience will relate.
And the audience going to have to, because the boy sat and stood in front of the camera. And for a long time. So like certain moments like that, I liked one of the last shows that we did with Keisha, with Coach K.
The counselor? I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
I did like her. I like her energy too.
Yeah.
Her energy was dope. And I think, when we broke that third wall, and I said, I'm about to break the wall. James, let me ask you, because, you were the closest person there.
Right.
And so then we kind of brought you on, your voice anyway, right? And just was asking you things about, from a man's perspective, things like that.
Baby.
Huh?
And she brought her baby too.
too.
We don't do no tripping.
You know what I'm saying? Your baby has been up there. My baby has been to the shoots. Like, this is real.
But they get to see you working.
Yeah.
They get to see like you like pushing. I don't want to say just like pushing your brand, but I think kids need to see that.
Yeah.
You know, that this is part of, the foundation you have to do to put in work. And I think the topics to me have been very intentional, in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know, when you said, I think hers was parenting with a narcissist or co-parenting with a narcissist or something. Like the topics that you put on the show, I think they're relevant to what's happening or what people want to know about. It's not just some,
absolutely.
Some surface level thing.
And I think it was beautiful the way that y'all did a deep dive on the whole, culture of people who use narcissism as everybody's a narcissist. The police,
it really is.
The person at the stop sign, the person at Walmart, your mama because she told you to sit down somewhere.
Yeah,
man. So I like that y'all went down into the actual I guess the what's the definition? I don't know.
The behavior and the traits.
The actual definition of narcissism. So that was pretty cool.
Another one I like was Charles, the truck driver, Wazell, his moment that I liked was when we was talking about him getting jumped. And listen, I'm still clutching my pearls at that one. I said, you got jumped by 2 women. Tell me more.
That was funny though.
Tell me. He was like, they jumped me.
Y'all gonna beat me up like this.
That was,
oh my God.
I walked down on that one. I walked down the hall.
Y'all gonna beat me up like this.
When I saw that, I was like, "Let me go over here," because my expression about
Ray don't like laughing at people. Because
I don't want them to appear that I'm actually laughing at them.
Yeah,
I was laughing at the storylines. Like, wow,
I was laughing with them.
With both.
Bro, you let them girl beat you up.
It was 2 of them.
You from the South.
Right.
You are from the what?
In his defense, it was 2 of them. We don't know how big it was. So
and
we go.
And I'll give him props for sharing that story.
They might got big backs.
Because a lot of men ain't gonna share that story. They got beat up.
He might help somebody.
He
might help somebody.
Somebody may hold on to that and they want to release it. They might have been jumped by 2 women
that
too.
That nigga was still crying.
Stop. Leave him alone, James.
Yeah.
I seen that tear when he was talking. I seen that tear come out.
I like him on social media.
I was like, oh man.
They go live when the one tear is falling.
That one tear came out, boy. That boy, I said, oh man.
We gonna move on.
We are gonna move on.
He gonna do a whole set on me.
You finna be TikTok famous, bro, because he gonna put it in.
The tickety tock.
So no, there were a lot of different moments, I would say, within each show that I could pull from.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What was the most? So, who was the funniest? Was there anybody that stood out to you that was just super funny that just had you rolling?
The inspector guy.
Chris.
I was just have to say that too, Chris.
He was.
But was he funny on camera or off camera?
It was kind of like
I liked them both.
I guess, I would say
that's
both.
His personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he walked in, you got it, and then when he sat down, it's what you expected from him. So
he was a good.
He got good energy too. You can tell he good people.
And he stepped out on like, I'm about to do something different because I don't like what I'm doing in corporate America. You know, I'm making good money. I can't do it for the rest of my life. I'm about to go do this thing. I think that is so brave.
But do remember too, when Chris walked in, that's one of those things I was talking about earlier. Chris mentioned he was nervous at first until, if I'm not mistaken, I got the right. He was kind of like, oh, okay, he didn't know what to expect. But then when we started talking, he saw the vibe. His whoever he is, just boom, it burst out. He's almost like he said, "I'm comfortable. I can share myself with y'all."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah, and it went from there. So I was one. Yeah, he one cool dude. Yeah, he really. Yeah.
I thought when you did the lawyer cipher and then it kind of moved into like the space around relationships. Your friend, your peer, the one who was talking about what is it, the agreements, prenup agreements, things like that, and why. And I thought it may not have been the way he delivered it was funny, but I thought it was great perspective.
It's good conversation.
It was and people that are in different fields and they've seen a lot, and it's
move different. Move different.
So I thought that was his delivery was funny.
I wasn't for prenups until I became an attorney and saw what they be fighting about over there. Y'all, one time there was this case and they was fighting about this this wild raccoon that they had.
A
Don't
raccoon.
blink it. It was a raccoon they had brought into their home and made it a pet. This is so now they're getting divorced, and they spent $30,000 in attorney's fees fighting about who gets custody of the raccoon. Real talk. Okay. Who gets custody? So let me tell you, there's more. The husband won custody of the raccoon.
Why?
Because he wanted the raccoon, and he won the custody of it. $30,000 later, the raccoon bit him. He ate it. So moral of the story is sometimes.
See, you can't just go. You gotta
roll it back.
Moral of the story is sometimes it ain't as important as you think it is.
You the bust of U-turn. He bit him and he ate
the raccoon bit the husband,
and he ate him.
Killed it and ate it.
That's a $30,000 plate of food.
Wagyu, baby.
I hope it was good.
I hope it was good.
Tastes like chicken.
So anyway, I've seen a lot. So you know, so that was an important conversation to have because I feel like prenups get a bad rap, and sometimes if you just have a different perspective, maybe you can make your own determination of what you want to do, or what you don't want to do, right?
Yeah.
So no, that was, and then they were my peers. They were people that I, that have known me for a while. So those are always fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about as far as like, because I know, Selena, you deal a lot with getting the guests there. And then you got guests that want to come 2 hours prior too. And then we are in the midst of filming, right? And so they're knocking on doors, walking through, and we're like in the midst, even though we do tell them to get there 30 minutes prior to. And that's to give them time, to park, get there if they're running a little behind, and then to get mic'd up and whatnot. And then usually we have food and so that they can eat and whatnot. But then some of them just get really excited. And they want to come 2 hours prior to, knocking on doors. Anybody there? And texting me. And I'm in the middle of a breathe. I can't get in.
Yeah, y'all live here, bro. Y'all live.
I think and I think maybe, like you could be conditioned. So Ray is a planner. So I'm like, I think I'm just conditioned to, if somebody sends you the information in advance, they tell you to park, they tell you what time you'll be there, they tell you the address and all of that, and then you call me asking me can you give me the address? Now, you've been sitting on this for at least 72 hours. And you said you acknowledged that you got the email, you got the text, all of this. And then you want me to tell you, give you the address. Like, I would never text anybody with all this information if you don't need to use it. So it's just, it's perspective. So you just have to say it with a smile because maybe they operate in a space of being nervous, right? They don't forget everything you said and send.
Or maybe they have to be connected to the internet for their phone to have access to the internet. I mean, they for them to be able to do
a text message.
Yeah, some people's phone be turned off. They gotta be connected.
Well, we're not going. You having a burner phone has nothing to do with me.
And you trying to do it.
You might want to get a sticky note, something to prepare yourself, right? Or my favorite was trying to send a text message to a guest to give them the information, and it would not work. So I had to call them. I called them just to hang up, just so I could send a text message and it would go through. And they called me right back, like, oh yeah, that's how my phone's set up. Like, I don't let text messages come through that I don't know you. You have to call me.
Oh wow.
Which is the fast watching?
What's going on?
Who
El Chapo? What's going on, El Chapo?
No, let's go into that. So what are these people doing to be able to like somebody will call you from a phone number and you turn around and press the button to call them right back and the phone be disconnected. I know I'll be tripping when that be happening. Like that, you just made me think about that.
That is weird.
So that was a whole conversation. And
I need to.
And I'm going to protect it.
I need to.
No, we're not naming.
No.
Just in case we need them back.
We will.
For another show.
We might want a part two. So we'll say that off camera.
Well, now I want to know. Like, you got to tell me off camera who did all that.
Yeah, that's that. And then the feedback we get post show. We try to send them a survey, less than 3 questions, and they have to. It's open-ended questions the energy and the vibe and the commentary is always very positive. Like, I don't think people know, they don't have any idea what to expect when they walk in. You can prepare them, and then they walk in, and it's like, and then it ends up being a pretty enjoyable experience.
A couple of people that got nervous though. A couple of them during the season got nervous. It was a little awkward.
Oh yeah, we've had.
I mean, behind the camera, after once it goes live,
Some people scared of their camera, bro.
On the camera. People think because, people think, oh, well, I talk every day and I talk to people every day, so I can get in front of and do this, right? And they don't understand that, number one, what it takes now I'm talking about host, right? Just to host a show. They don't it'll be days where I'm like, okay, so that was good. And I'll tell Jane, that was good. Woo, great. Yeah, that was easy, right? And what I mean by that is I didn't have to carry nobody. Or I didn't have to carry most of everybody. There was one day, and I'm not gonna. Right. There was one day that I carried every single guest, and so that drain, energy wise, I'm drained. But they don't understand, that is a skill set that you have to learn to do, right? I would prefer that we just have a conversation and it flows and it's great and it's beautiful. But like you said, some people just are not. They're nervous, so they scared. They nut up on the thing, right? Yeah. And then I'm carrying them, and I was like pulling teeth, and I'm like, listen, we finna wrap this up. Yeah. I can't. I'm tired.
Oh, when you ask them a question, they're like, yes.
Yeah, it's short and simple. Yeah.
Now, I want you to do that on the stand. That's exactly the way you're supposed to answer on the stand. On the show, though. On the show, I need you to expand.
Elaborate.
Would you like to go deep? Yeah. So
anything else you would like to say?
You never know what you're gonna get, but you kudos to you, because the way you push the commentary, the conversations with people, you'll let them say what they need to say, and then you put a pin in what you want to go back to. You come back to the conversation, let them expound upon it. So, I feel like we've done a great job on our team, and I feel like it's enough to where it could probably be packaged up and go national.
And so, baby, absolutely.
With
absolutely
what James does and how you operate, the DJ that is overly critical of himself, and so he gonna make sure every beat, every song, everything goes.
Oh, he be doing it. He be doing it down.
The preparation.
The
preparation that goes into wanting to make sure that people are comfortable and you're comfortable, so that you can stay in your space of creativity and not coming there pulling your hair, unwrapping your hair, and talking to people at the same time. You ready? You might. You
And that's because that's all the things that go in my head as I'm driving. I'm picking up food. Season 3, somebody else going to pick up the food. I'm late every day, every film shoot, because I'm picking up food, and we're gonna have to get somebody else for that.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, that can't be me. But so I'm going, and what's going on? Who's here? Who's not here? What's going on? Prepping for. So it's a lot going on in my head, and just to be able to just listen to the music and like I said, get in my zone. I don't know if I didn't tell you. You're gonna DJ my wedding. I was gonna give you an option. I didn't know if you wanted to sit down and with Selena and them at the table. You wanted to DJ the wedding, but I was going. We'll talk about it later.
I'm open. I'm open. Yeah.
Well, now I just gotta find
it. Yeah, I love it.
But I got my.
That's what the show is for. We'll get there. That's what the show is for.
Hello.
we gonna find us somebody.
Right.
Okay. Well, we may or may not have to. However, just when it comes, I'm just know.
I'll be ready.
You have to just let me know which one you prefer. The chicken or the DJ. I'm gonna have some other than chicken. Everybody got chicken.
Let's be better. Let's try harder. Let's not be
little fish.
Can we do it in Panama? Can we do it in Panama?
Travel.
I am not doing it in Panama.
I want to do it in Panama. I want to
right.
You already
had your. You had your right.
I want
National Geographic. He's trying to get another gig.
What's going on? He wants to be international. So he can be like, I'm
I
international.
already put that out in the universe. I said next year I'm gonna be international cinematographer. And
you should
there
be.
you go.
So you get married next year. We're gonna do it in Panama.
We're not doing it in Panama.
We're not doing it in the United States.
Yes, we are.
Who you telling?
Because I don't understand this conversation.
We don't have to engage.
I'm not going
and we
to.
can move on.
I'm not going to. He can't
question.
tell me what I am my wedding.
She just be
not the
beefing with
boss
me for no reason.
No, we just.
But I do. But I don't. Do you do weddings? Have you done weddings?
I'm gonna do yours.
Because I want it. I like it when they cut it and they be splicing it and it's like the bride and the groom. Then it switches over to the brides coming in the entrance and then it switches over to the like. I need a whole thing.
She want a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a whole production for it. Okay, well, we'll talk about that later too. So, you'll do something. You'll do something. And so then, but
funny, man.
She's not quite ready.
I mean, listen,
she's almost ready.
Almost. And I'm working on that last piece of that important piece.
Yeah.
I'm working on that important piece. So, but to what you were saying about people not being, because we talked about how people are not ready when they come in, they just have no clue what to expect. Mm-hmm. And I think that also goes for like when you're telling them the information, right? Mm-hmm. The address and all that. I think they think that they're coming to like, because I've done a lot of podcast interviews, okay? Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming you've done quite a few.
Oh yeah, 7 years.
As a guest, right? As a guest?
No, me as a guest? No, me as a host.
Okay. Yeah. So I've done a lot as a guest. Mm-hmm. And the thing and where they invite you to is like, it's different. It's a different setup. So if anybody's ever been a guest on a podcast, it's just different. And it's just them and it's them coordinating all of this, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think, when we send it out, now we send it out as a whole email and I mean, it's very nice and professional and it's a welcome letter and it has a link to, and so, but I think it just doesn't dawn on people until, like you said, they walk in.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, okay, wait, it's a whole thing. Yeah. And then, it's a whole thing,
the
y'all.
guest experience, documentation, and
all that.
Yeah, all of the feedback we get it's the same every time. I mean, people are like, man, I really like what y'all got going. Like, I'm be a part of this.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this: to prepare for the show, what does that look like for y'all? The day of, you're preparing, you're getting ready. What does that look like for you guys?
Mine is especially, I guess every time, except for the studio. The other times I know I had to go upstairs. So packing up all that stuff.
Yeah. I
had to get a mindset in, Lord. I got a long way to go. Like
it's always long, Lord.
Always long. And then, I know the last couple of spots, it's like you're about to go upstairs and you get inside the space and it's like, okay. Luckily I had some baskets for us the one time. And, of course, depending on parking, how far away, you got to carry all this stuff. So for me, it's just that day of, it's like up, figure out what, put on, of course, and like that or whatever. And then it's always, okay, who's coming? How many we got coming? For me, and it's always, okay, what's the vibe going to be? What's this? Okay. And you kind of, because I never see the people until they walk in.
So do you pick the vibe based on the people that's coming in?
Yes.
Really?
I'll ask, so do you know the topics today? You know what I mean? And then one day I was just like, okay, what are we doing? I didn't know. But then I heard you say before we were leaving out, I think you called me to check the tweet out what it was. And you said it's been a long morning. Mm-hmm. So I knew when I get in, automatically kind of boost it up real quick, and of course and then like I said, because you never know what to expect. Even when we had Cedric, because I know you said, okay, he's pastor, like, so
it was a good show too.
Right. It was. But in my mind, I'm thinking, do I gotta play up like hip hop gospel? And then of course you tell him, he's cool, he's relaxed. All right, cool. Boom. I know exactly where to go. And when I seen him, I was like, okay, I know what he'll like. And sure enough, so I forgot what I played but I played something in his realm and he looked at me like, oh. Oh, you know great songs, so you got it all. Because it's just me filling out the people when they walk in. The other lords they walked in with Texas Jersey on. Uh-huh. So I knew where to go with that. By the time I got the Too Short, Blow the Whistle, they was like, oh, now they ready to go. Let's film, let's go. Hit the UGK, UGK on there. It's like, okay, we ready now. It's just, so, I try to feel out who's there, who's in. Yeah. And that's always good because between sets, when you see them walk in first, you kind of get a vibe of who you're looking at. Mm-hmm. All right, and kind of how the energy goes. Okay, cool. So I take the break on to the next one. When they walk in, okay, cool. It's just different. Mm-hmm. It's always different, yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's how my morning goes. I'm always trying to, let me get set. I can already have an idea of where I want to go, but that can also change too, depending on who I see walk in. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What about you, James?
Every show morning, the first thing I do is get up and call you. Mm-hmm. And we have our talk and we talk about the show, the production, and we I throw ideas out there and you slap them down.
Oh, okay. That's what we're going to do.
Hey, but a good thing, you don't give up though, do you?
No, he sure doesn't.
But I enjoy our production. We get up and we have our powwow. We sauce each other up. Just talk about, just the show. And while I'm doing that, sometimes I'll be getting, the gear packed out. Yeah. If I don't already have it packed into the van, get it packed out. Make sure all my batteries and stuff, juiced up. And make sure I get there before all of y'all every single time.
Mm-hmm. You do that. Yeah.
Get on set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we can start late.
Anyway. Right.
No, I think that's the piece that's the anxiousness for me. It creates anxiety because we've told the folks, the individuals that are coming in, what time their show start is. And then when it translates into we're running behind, then it's like you then have to say, well, we're running 30 minutes behind. And then it's like, oh, but I'm already here and blah, blah, blah. And can I come in? There's a lot of things we're going to make adjustments to for next season because we want to minimize putting too much on certain individuals' plates so that, we can be on track around timing. Because then you don't know, sometimes people don't look at text messages. They don't answer numbers that they didn't say. And then you're like, okay, they might be in a parking lot. I'm not sure. Or they could be in a hall. I don't know.
But they could be knocking. Knocking in the middle of the show.
They can't come in right now. And then I'm like trying to stay in front of it. Do not knock on the door.
I hear y'all talking. Y'all
Is that my show?
Yeah.
Because that's another thing. People don't know that we're doing several shows, so they think it's their show only, and they're coming for their one show, and they don't realize. So but you know what James has told me, because this is my first time being on this side of, or any side of production, right? And so he's told me that it's hard. Running behind schedule is just part of the game.
Oh yeah.
And so now that I know that, because I didn't know that, right? I just thought that we was just dropping the ball. Like, why is it us? But he says that nothing ever starts on time, and so with that being, and then there's so many other variables that go with it that it's kind of hard to start on time 90% of the time anyway, hopefully next season we'll kind of curtail all that.
We can shoot for it. But it's.
We always shoot for it.
I don't know what it. I'm talking about from film to live streaming events to taped. For church. Everything. All the productions have had some type of lag. So I just say, hey, just be there, be ready to go, and just go with the flow. That's how I do it.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. That's it, and that's what we've been doing all season. And it just looks like we're gonna continue doing that for the rest of the season. For season 3 and moving forward, we're gonna tighten up what we can and go with the flow for the rest of it.
Yeah.
Y'all, where do you see season 3 headed? Where would you, if you had to choose, like what would you want to do different for season 3? Where do you see this headed?
I don't know if anything I do different. My hope is, to no matter what it is or how it comes, if we gain a bigger audience, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I look forward to them putting the air to be in front of a live, I won't say studio, but a group of people at one time so they can also see and possibly maybe even participate if they can. And just take it up another notch, you know what I mean? And like I said, as we gain more followings, gain more attention to it, it can be fun. I mean, because a lot of the conversation, and that's why I want to go, having conversations that some folks are not able or capable of doing, or maybe afraid to have, those who are on the outside, those who might be looking for future husband, future mate, because even though it's titled Dear Future Husband, it ain't just geared towards one set of people, just for men or just for women. It goes both ways, because again, conversation can go two ways, and I'm looking forward to getting into those conversations that really a lot of folks just don't really have, or may not be able to how to present themselves to someone else when they want to have a particular conversation. But I just can't wait. I can't wait to see what's coming. We, with all us together, putting our heads together with the great ideas, who knows where we can take it, but I am looking forward to taking to that next level. And like I said, I'm looking forward to a live shows where we get people dancing. My job, get people dancing, and we just go in front of a lot of
they just be off camera.
Right. So we just act. It's like a venue and just like make it bigger. You know what I mean? And so people look forward to actually being a part of Dear Future Husband, whatever capacity that may be.
And it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming to a city near you.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work.
You it's coming.
We're gonna make it work.
Right.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. My mama keep calling me, y'all. I don't know.
There you go. Live, right?
Yeah.
Reality.
Mama keep that.
Reality. Yeah.
What about y'all?
You go
season 3.
I think even just some of the I'm looking forward to creating, because I'm a process person, creating some sustainable processes to put in place to like even the fact that you have different people that may hit you up and they have topics and you're considering them, right? But everything isn't just automatic because you think you want to be on the show, you're going to be on the show, right? You got to make sure it's a good fit. You have to make sure it's topics that we want to discuss, and so those conversations and just being able to prep people in advance so that, they can show it well.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to putting different processes in place. And then some of the people that have expressed consideration, the topics are very detailed. They're not surface level. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Those conversations are going to be dope. Yeah. What about you, James?
Season 3. This is, and I'm not just saying this because we're on this show together and I'm talking to you, but I really enjoy just being a part of what we're doing. Like I like where it started and how it manifested into where it is now. So I already know that it's going to be a big show. It's going to be a big deal. And it's one of those things where, like we were talking the other day, like, we keep doing the work and people will find us along the way. And then you'll have these people saying, hey, I've been looking at this show. They got 5 or 6 seasons. You need to go back and watch all the seasons, so it's like one of those things when you find a good show that you like and you just kind of binge them.
Yeah.
And that's good. I can see that happening, and I'm just excited about creating the content and building the library. So when we get to that point, we can look back and say, hey, we called that as well, so but yeah, so it's moving forward to season 3. I just think we continue to recruit great interviewees and get some people with some interesting. I would like to do some weird people. Like you're like
we
no.
I feel like we hit that. We checked that out.
I think we, some. I like. Oh man,
don't name drop.
I didn't. I didn't want to name drop, but the white chick, she was. I liked her so much. I don't know.
She was cool.
I liked her. She was. I liked her.
She was cool.
Jennifer.
Yeah. And now she's a principal.
See,
right?
And now she's a principal.
I didn't name drop. You name drop.
I mean, she was the only white
She was
girl
the
on the
only
show.
one. Yeah.
We want to leave it at
If
white
they
girl.
look at all the shows, they go, that one.
I like
The
her.
white girl.
But I liked her though. She was cool and she had the sauce. Yeah.
And her story was about, because she was divorced with a kid, and her story was about finding love again.
Yeah.
And a man loving her and her child that's not his.
No,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And that is possible. And I thought that was so. I like the cipher you were on. I like the cipher you were on when Kendra said, what she say? What kind of?
When they be out there.
When they did the
No,
Yeah.
She said,
I was like, what?
being at a party. Yes, at a party. Like,
she was funny too.
I was wondering what party you done went to.
Right.
Did you end up at the wrong party? Did you know you were at that party? Oh yeah.
She's like, I like them.
That was a good show.
I like them.
Y'all's was a good show. Y'all's views was you and Ray's views. Was y'all was neck and neck with Mr. Lee. But early. Like early out the gate, they was like neck and neck. Y'all hit over 100 views quickly. You know what I'm saying? So and the gems that y'all dropped. I mean, it was dope. Y'all had a lot of people resonated with what y'all were discussing.
That's
not
good.
saying weird people. She weird. So, yeah, we have some weird people.
And I think, like I was saying earlier, I think people think this is easy. I think they think that we just say we're gonna do a show today. And then we do a show today, and that's not what goes on behind the scenes at all. It's a lot of work. So if you are thinking about doing this, just know, if it's going to be of quality,
right?
It is a lot that goes into it, and it's not something that we just get together. Everybody's free on Sunday. Let's just go and get together. That's not how that rocks at all. It's a lot of moving pieces that we got to put together, and it's not easy. Not only on the production side is it not easy, but then y'all, because we're talking about growing the viewerships, right? Mm-hmm. With more people comes more thuggery on the internet, right? They be coming for your girl. That's why you single. Why are you married? I mean, they come for me. You know what I'm saying? That's why you ain't married and you can't. And they be. It's men. I haven't had a woman come for me yet. It's men that comes for me on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? And so you gotta have thick skin with this. Yeah. You have to have they coming.
No matter what your content,
they coming.
Somebody's always gonna have a problem with you doing what you do.
Right. And then they like you or they don't. I don't like what she's saying. Baby, just unfollow. Like it ain't. Yeah. Like I don't even understand what we're talking about.
Thank you for the feedback. You don't have to.
9 times out of 10, they can't do what you do, and that's how I look at it.
They've
never done it. They've never put a show together. They might have a couple of Instagram lives or Facebook lives, but not like
from their car.
Yeah. them car counselors. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
Yep. It's and if you're gonna get out here, just know.
Yeah.
You gotta have thick skin. You can't be hanging your hat on what everybody thinking, what they say, because they gonna come for you. So with growth comes a lot of hating, and a lot of haters. So that's also a thing. So. Just want to put that out there. Yeah. In real life. Yeah. What else, y'all? Is there anything else as we kind of wrap up this show? Is there anything else that you guys just felt like, needed an honorable mention?
You need an honorable mention. Yeah. I appreciate your vision, your energy, and your consistency. Like you have it's this compound word that I learned when this guy made the word up. I was on a magazine crew, but I was like 19, 18 or something like that. And the guy said, what you need in order to be successful in life is pit bull tenacity. And that stuck with me. Like it's always like, dang, I said, man, I'm gonna have that and I'm gonna keep that for the rest of my life. So I recognize when other people have that. And that's something you got. Like when you focus on it, it's gonna happen. You're gonna make it happen. So no, I appreciate that. Kudos to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, you really get into it. All the way down to the uniform you're wearing. She's serious about the outfit, the hair. Oh no, but it's good though, because I mean that shows how much you care about your baby. Yeah. Which is the difference. So it's good to watch you moving and the calls, the setting up the meetings, and just you making sure this is your product. This is what you put into the world. So that motivates me. It's like, man, I was telling her she's serious. I mean, she's going all the way out. We gotta sign what? Okay, but I get it. I understand. This is you're building a brand. Absolutely. And again, like you said, a lot of folks, anybody for that matter, can go get inside a room, a private room, set up a phone, turn it on, and just start talking, right? And that's their podcast, or that's their show, that's their brand. But the details that you put in every little thing to make sure everything goes well, yeah. So the Pitbull, what now?
Pitbull tenacity.
Pitbull tenacity. There it is. Yeah. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you think your vision is for the show overall? I know we're going to be moving into the next season, but what's your vision for the show?
That's a good question. So my vision for this show is that when we go into season 3, we have a more, how do I say this without offending the past guests? We just the type of guests that we have on the show are just on a different level, right? Yeah, and absolutely. And so we have those type of guests, and we're real intentional about who we bring on and the topics like you discussed, the topics that we're talking about, and then like you said, talking about the things that don't nobody want to talk about, right? I think that's what's gonna take us to the next level. So season 3 is definitely, and then I think y'all. I don't think we're far from, me and James have these conversations on a regular basis. I don't think we're far from something major happening, either being picked up or whatnot. We're not that far from it. Okay. It's just a matter of just consistency and being consistent and showing whomever is looking, because I've gotten word very recently that we have some major people looking. So now it's just a matter of keeping it up.
Yeah, there we go.
Until they pick us up, right? And so where I see this going is I see this changing everybody's life that's on this couch as far as that's concerned in this capacity, right? Yeah. And I see this being a major movement and a major thing. That's what has been placed on my heart, and that's the vision that I've always had. And so, like you said, when I'm sending y'all the documents to sign, it ain't for season 1 and season 2 shenanigans. It's because I see where we're going. Right. And so I'm just getting out the way now so that we don't have to do it then. Yeah. That's really what it was.
You finish how you start.
Yeah.
You start raggedy, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And don't be mad. Who you mad at?
Right. Right.
Yourself?
Right. And there's been so many times I call James and I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because of this, little inconveniences happen, right? Yeah. And I'm frustrated. I'm like, or it's not happening fast enough. On my timeline, right? And so I'll be like, I'm quit. That's it. I'm and he gives me my space and he allows me to vent and talk all this mess, right? But at the end of the day, Jen's always like, no, you can't quit now. Like, we have gotten too far.
Yeah.
You cannot quit now. We have to keep pushing, and I know you're upset about this and it's okay. And you can't be so thuggish, but it's okay. I mean, wouldn't you say that's pretty much the basis of most of our conversations?
Yeah.
I hate it here.
But it's like, I'm happy with the place that I'm at in life right now. And I'm gonna continue to push to grow and continue to try to be the best version of myself every day. Right. And something I try to make sure that when I'm talking to my people, especially people that I know, like I talk to everybody the same way because I am who I am. But like when I'm talking to people who I know and we already got history, I make sure that I incorporate God into what I'm talking about. And sometimes I'll be talking brief. She'll do what she just said. And I'll be like, no, God said this finna happen. And she'll tell you, like, she'll call me back like 2 or 3 days later. She'll be like, guess what happened? And like, oh, you talking about what I told you? God just said it's going to happen. And so it's always like one of those things that I just try to not push people into living with an abundance of faith, but just try to gently nudge people into, making sure that you have faith. And you gotta have an abundance of faith when you're an entrepreneur. You have to, if you don't, you out of there. Like some people quit soon as you know, they hit a roadblock or, you know, a little bump in the road, they quit. But you gotta have you gotta have more faith than a mustard seed. I don't know who came up with that, but you gotta have faith of a watermelon or something like it in comparison to a mustard seed. You gotta have faith of a watermelon, a big country watermelon with seeds in it. So but no, I just think that that's beautiful that you can kind of give somebody a nudge like that, and it manifests itself so quickly. So now they know God working in the mix. So I ain't want to, go too far.
No, but that's real. Because I pray all the time and I'm like, Lord, if this ain't what I'm supposed to be doing, to tell me now. Tell me now. And so then
I broke my baby toenail, and I think that's a sign.
Right. Because I thought I was doing this because you told me to, but now because this happened, I don't think this was from you, and it was Satan talking to me, and it was. It goes
Take
deep.
It
goes deep.
A notch.
Listen, life be lifing, okay? And so
Girl, that's the time you think life be life.
Life be lifing. And so but no, I guess that I know that's the importance of having a team. Is that when I can't. It's a lot of things that happen just on Dear Future Husband side alone that, I can't carry on my own, and sometimes I do need encouragement. I mean, I do. And I need somebody to be like, nah, don't quit. I'm quitting. I love to say I'm quitting. I love to tell James on a regular basis that I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit. He'd be like, you not finna shut up talking to me. You're not going to quit.
I got another call coming in.
Bye, girl. Bye. So no, it's a lot, but I appreciate all of y'all for just continually having my back. And like I said, my vision for season 3 is that it's going to be bigger than any of us imagined. Right. Yeah. And so, we just gotta, just keep plugging along, keep being with me. And a lot of the things that you guys have said that you want to see, I see it happening really soon, So, we just gotta just keep it on, and we're gonna be there real soon. Real soon. Definitely. So, all right, y'all. Any last words?
Nah, we good. I'm
Thank
good.
God for everything.
Yeah,
every single thing.
We're here. It's enjoyable. Keep it moving.
Yes,
Let's stay the course.
Let's stay the course. I love it. All right, y'all. So, as I hope that you enjoyed this show. This is the last show of season 2. I hope that you're subscribed. I hope that you click that bell button. I hope that you're following us on social media, making sure that you're not only on YouTube, but making sure you're following me on Instagram, Dear Future Husband _18, and then Dear Future Husband _18 on Facebook as well. Make sure you're following me on all the platforms, and that you guys keep rocking with us. We are down season 2, and I can tell you when I started this, I didn't even know I was gonna have an end of season 2, y'all. So just keep keeping with me, and I promise you, I'm going somewhere. We're going somewhere with this, right? So I appreciate you guys for rocking with me all season. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me all season.
Hey.
Absolutely.
And y'all keep tuned in. We're gonna keep dropping little content here and there, even though we're wrapping up the season. Make sure that you prepared for season 3, and I'll see y'all soon. All right, bye y'all.
Bye.
Peace.